to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah, day.
There we go. Sorry, I was trying to reply to a comment in another window, and I kept making typos and getting distracted. So, sorry. Um, oh, I gotta get a haircut sometime soon. Um, Welcome to Last Man Standing. This is Saturday night, which means no one on earth is awake except for me and Aunt Donna, and we're both here. So deal with it, rest of the world. Um,
Dawn didn't stick around?
hey, she may still be flirting. I do not know. Um,
Say we usually have some other late night revelers, but
okay, hey, I
yes.
was asked a publisher question, so I had to go and answer that. I'm sorry. Um, Someone forgot, if the last day of the month happens on Sunday, do we wait until the following Sunday before we upload? And I go, yeah, because usually it takes that long to get everything ready. That's why we launch on the first full Sunday of every month, not, hey, this is the 31st, tomorrow's the 1st. Do we go? Nope, nope, nope. We go on the 6th, 7th, whatever it is, 6th of April. I do believe. Let me look at the paper calendar if I can get the spray can of compressed air out of my way. Yeah, 7th. That will be 7th of April is when the next issue of Aphelion goes live. It
Mm-hmm.
is ready now. But until I retired, I usually had to wait until the last 2 days before I got everything done. Now I'm retired. I got shit done in February, and
Yep.
I'm ready to go except for writing my editorial because that's topical. So I have to wait until the last minute to write it because hey, some new topic may come up. It might, probably won't, but might. Um, Large meteorite falls on Florida, and suddenly we've only got one political candidate this year. Yay! Um,
As long as it falls on the right one, and I'm not
okay.
saying which.
Hey, I don't care if it falls on both. Um,
Hey, thesis.
Hello.
hey, thesis, and my friend, you don't have an identity crisis unless you start working for State Farm.
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm fully aware.
I'm sure that joke has been made before. I didn't want to be the one to bring it up in your show. Uh,
Okay.
Well, yeah.
mm, yeah, I wish you had had time to go further into um, naming conventions of um, Chinese family names, given names, chosen names, and whatnot. But
I, I could
well,
probably
yeah,
do that as like a continuation, maybe in a future stream. That wouldn't be too difficult.
no, I mean, it. I find it enormously interesting in a writer's research sort of way
Okay.
because I don't want to make cardinal mistakes
Yeah.
trying trying to put diversity in a story I write and go, all right, yeah. Oh, I accidentally named a character Athlete's Foot. No, 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 that's not gonna work.
Don't do that. The thing
Yeah.
you need to really pay attention to is the meaning of the name you want to use, because I
That's
kind of
where
started to talk about it, but
the character
especially
naming book comes in handy.
Yeah.
especially in Asian cultures, the name meaning is vastly more important. You
Well,
don't
yeah,
want to name your
that's
child,
what
Death
that's what
Monkey, because it's bad luck.
that's why I brought in the distinction between family name,
Hmm.
given name, chosen name,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because those are all of well, to my mind, equal importance, but maybe not in that culture. Maybe
Well,
chosen name, family name is more
here's
important. Maybe uh, given name, chosen name is more important. I don't know.
here's
I
the
don't
thing,
want to screw up.
and it's not as prevalent now, at least not that I'm aware of. But there's a thing, especially in older dynasties with Chinese names, called a courtesy name. Courtesy name is a name that a young boy is given when he reaches adulthood, and women are given when they marry. So it's
Okay,
kind of like
trying to wrap
almost
my
a
mind
step up.
around that. Yeah, I can
You
see
have,
it. I'm trying to integrate it.
you
Keep
have a
going.
birth
Keep
name,
going.
and then you have the courtesy name. And they're usually similar. Sometimes it'll use one or the other character from the given name, but not always.
Oh,
Hmm.
could I draw the parallel of Joe and Joe Dog?
Yeah, that's a pretty good parallel to make. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I understand the concept now. Um, hey, I'm stupid. Give me time. Um,
No, you're not.
well,
I
I'm brilliantly stupid, but I'm still stupid.
okay. My two older brothers both have the initials DC, so when I came along, they insisted my initials had to be DC. I originally, mom was supposed to be named Dawn. Yeah, and my mother decided she liked the name
Somewhere,
K, but she'd spell it CAE. Now put those two names together. Say it out
No,
loud.
no,
Say it out loud.
no.
Jesus got it. Dan?
sorry, I'm still trying to grapple with the fact that you were actually born instead of just, created by the gods themselves.
Hey,
Uh,
I'm adopted. I can prove it. I have no belly button. But anyway, yeah.
that's not what I saw
Fortunately, I
last
had a mother
night.
who tried the name out before naming me.
Mm-hmm.
You got it yet, Dan?
I'm not even trying any.
Okay.
Um, I'm just going, where's Dawn when I need her for
The
walking into traps,
Mm,
like a good DM character would allow their.
yes. Fortunately, she said it aloud and listened to herself and decided that was not a name she wanted to go with.
and the funny thing is that particular middle name, only spelled Kae, is remarkably prevalent in my family. It's my
Really?
sister's middle name.
Mm-hmm.
It's two of my cousins' middle names, one of my cousin's daughters, both of my firstborn niece's middle name. It's like, come on, people, get some fucking originality. Goddamn.
Hey,
But
hey,
yeah, if you like a name though, it's but she went with that spelling because her middle name she spelled Mae, although
Mm,
on her birth certificate it's spelled May.
yeah.
um, Mae West did not approve of that alternate spelling. Um, and believe me, if you need a patron saint, Mae West is one of the best ones to have. Her and Betty Page.
That wouldn't be bad.
Works for me.
I mean, seriously, that means you're beautiful and sarcastic. 100% more sexy.
I'm not
Roll
sarcastic.
for initiative. Um,
I'm not at all sarcastic.
I can't believe you're sitting there and have been struck by lightning.
Just wait.
Okay.
Hey, what? No,
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 no, no.
no.
Remember, my patron.
She,
My
she
patron
is,
god
she
is
is a Viking. I'm
is
going.
Thor. He's
Hey,
not going to throw
somebody's
anything at me.
watching her. Um, uh, evidently, Thor thinks she's hot, so it'll be all right. Well, I mean, everybody else thinks she's hot too, so
Oh, there you
it'll
go.
be all right.
You
Where's
could.
Dawn when I need her to clean up after my bad jokes? Um,
Do I need to get a newspaper and just smack you with it every time? Just stop it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
No.
so. He'd enjoy it more if I did it.
Negative reinforcement does not work with me. I'm Southern.
Yeah.
Oh, Emily! How you doing?
Hi, Emily.
Oh, when you're full screen, you must be on Amy's computer.
Yes, I am.
So how did the thing go today?
Oh, and
I forget
we
which
never got
con it was.
we never got to see how Amy's hair turned out while you were styling it last night because the show ended too soon.
Oh yeah. I just did rollers in her hair to do I just parted out her hair. We did like a bigger fringe section and then just did rollers to make it fuller so she didn't have to mess with it too much in the morning. But then she couldn't sleep with the rollers on, so she took them off, but it still gave it volume.
Well, hopefully at the event today, she had some photos taken, so
Oh yeah,
we
she did. She had a good
we
time.
can get her to post them at her convenience. I mean, we're not Ellis Cooper. No more love at your convenience. Hey, I love Ellis Cooper. Please don't give me shit for loving Ellis Cooper.
I don't think
one of
anyone is. We all like Alice Cooper here.
He's one of the finest poets that this planet has produced since Bill Nelson. I mean,
You
seriously.
might not agree with a lot of his personal,
Yeah.
beliefs, but as a musician, oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
And it's almost
Okay.
the end of the show. No, I'm kidding.
No. I'm hoping that Thesis isn't mistaking person for persona.
No.
Which I
No.
don't believe he is. Alice is a preacher's son, and
We all know about Preacher's Son.
yeah, but
Daddy, can you always know?
Alice came to Jesus so he was able to battle his alcoholism, and that's his business, not mine.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But I just think he's a very, very competent wordsmith.
No denying that at all. When I was sitting waiting for my stupid graduation ceremony to finish, I was hearing "School's Out" in my head.
No
We
more,
could throw
no
the
more, Mr.
tap.
Nice Guy.
Yeah, that Get me the frick out of
they
here,
hand-
people!
Hand you your diploma, and out comes the nunchucks.
Believe me, if I
Around.
could have snuck something like that into my graduation ceremony, I would have. But they had, metal detectors and armed guards. So yeah.
Hey, in my day, metal detectors didn't exist.
Yeah. Never heard of him.
Me and Donna could have snuck in a Sherman tank and nobody would have noticed.
Did you ride dinosaurs instead of school buses too?
Pretty
No,
much.
I just walked uphill in the snow both ways.
No, yeah, uphill both ways. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Oh yeah.
Hey, riding a dinosaur would have been preferable to ride a damn school bus.
It would have been warmer.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It'd have been smoother. And there's always that one, but most of the bus drivers kind of like their job. There's the one bus driver who loves to do it, but there's that one bus driver that hates having to do it.
Mm-hmm. And they're a dick towards you and the kids.
Hates
and
the
Yeah.
bus, hates the kids, just hates everything.
including themselves, yeah.
We had the bus driver that loved driving the bus and said, "Look, y'all be quiet. Let me concentrate. And when we come to that one special bump in the road, everybody in the last seat on the bus is going to fly into the air like Peter Pan.
Because he didn't have seatbelts.
No, and he would go, okay, here we go. There's only 12 of you. This is the last of the route. And he hit that bump at like 70 miles an hour. And I don't know how, because the school bus had speed restrictors on. It wasn't supposed to be able
Supposedly.
to do more than 45. Evidently, he disconnected the restrictor pedal. And when we hit that bump, the girls in the back would hit the ceiling, and I'm going, oh, so that's what panties look like. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was in the marching band. I already knew what that was.
Hey,
Yeah.
Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Because we had to have somebody remind the majorettes to wear their pantaloons.
Undergarments and kind of thing.
Yeah, just in case when they twirled their skirts, they didn't wound up looking like a photograph from National Lampoon, which was not exactly the origin of the phrase "Hooray for our side." That was Lady Godiva writing "Side Saddle Baby," and hey, Nick. Yeah, we are having way too much fun. You want to pop in the show and ruin the fun for us, Nick? We'd be glad to have. I'd be glad for the safety pin. Somebody put a pin in this grenade.
You can come be the voice of reason for us.
Wait, there's a voice of reason?
That's sure not Nick.
Wait, you're asking Nick Docker to be the voice of reason?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have a whole another glass of
He said send him the link.
Woof.
Get on with it, Dan. Send him the link.
Pay attention.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
That's what she said.
Hey, and she never complained either, did she?
Didn't never said she complained.
I'm always working on it, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Even when my daughter in the other room, I am always working on it. Hey, she's got to get her own.
I didn't say anything. I'm just sitting here, all innocent.
That'll be the day. Oh, I'm trying not to green room myself on my own show. This is a first.
Yeah.
I just woke up, so I'm having to green room myself. So.
Oh.
That was me, Emily. I didn't wake up till 10:30.
Donna didn't wake up till Cara went to bed. These two events are not related.
I didn't even know he'd gone to bed. Then I'm like, oh wait a minute, it's right now.
He in Stupid O'Clock he got quite bored because you were still asleep.
And his left hand wasn't doing the thing, so he just went to bed. No, I'm kidding.
That had already been taken care of earlier in the day. He wasn't. Trust me. Probably why he was tired.
He
When you retire,
really,
you don't have to wait till dark.
he just needed his
Hi, Nick.
There's trouble.
his sounding board, his partner, his foil to bounce jokes off of, and to be able to reply in like manner.
Well, I'm sure there was bouncing, but
Oh, believe me, there's lots of bouncy things going on around there.
May West. Anyway, sorry.
See, yeah. Hey,
was-
May West would be jealous. Believe me.
How you doing, Nick?
All right. Been a busy day. Had to do some shopping runs and take care of everything. And because I slept in. Now my insomnia is telling me that I'm back on 3 to 11s. So it's like, okay, everybody's asleep. I'll do laundry and catch up with stuff. So now I can shirk my responsibilities because you guys have reached such a dire and dreadful state that I am needed to be the voice of sanity. And I mean, I would like to remind you that the person who has an undead office assistant is the person you're coming to as a failsafe.
Yeah.
We truly are in the strangest of multiverses. Thank you, CERN. Thank you so much. The timeline hop was only partially felt.
Well, I can't be the adult in the room.
Yeah, and all the
Got it.
voices in my head are going, "You trust this guy?"
Oh, but that is okay because that's the joy of being.
Well, I can't listen to 57 different planets at one time. They're just going to have to shift for themselves.
Well,
For tonight,
that's the great thing about astigmatisms. The prism, it lets you see the overlay. That's why none of us can tolerate the BS. The magic eyes don't work on people with astigmatisms because they're already seeing 2 or 3 worlds over on top of each other.
mm-hmm.
Us and floppy-eared dogs. Anyway.
No, that's the exact reason that I was able to write Old Dan, because walking around in those exact geographic locations that I used in the story. Oh, there's my cousin Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hey,
Hey,
how you
Jen.
doing,
Nice
Jen?
to meet you, cousin Jennifer. Hope you're having a lovely evening.
Oh, she's beautiful. She's probably smarter than I am. Now I'm walking around in those exact locations in Appalachia.
Yes.
And knowing every square inch of Eagle Bluff and Norris Lake and all the drowned towns that used to exist there before the TVA put up Norris Dam and made the reservoir. I've got this encyclopedia. It's not so much something that you would be able to use in, say, if you were doing recreations in Smoky Mountain National Park or something, because they've got really strict rules for continuity and error checking and whatnot. But knowing the folk tales,
Oh, I love it down there.
knowing when you pull into one particular little arm of the lake and you notice your dad is trying to steer away from one obstacle, and it's a set of concrete steps 6 feet underwater, but you can see it, and fish are around it, and you're going, toss the line over there, maybe we'll catch a big one. He's going, no, we're going to go over to the other side of the holler. We don't go near them steps. And it's very Lovecraftian because you get this feeling that there's a reason why you don't go near those damn steps.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Even though you're not told what the reason is, you're told don't go near them damn steps.
You should have watched that episode of Ghost Hunters when they went there.
They can go there all they want. I ain't going there. I've been there.
see, and you have the benefit. My problem has been, at least it was when I was young and dumb and trying to help people. I'd go walking, and I didn't finish that the way some people would, but I'd end up in these situations
I
where
heard the adamant quote in my head. I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm glad. where I'd be like, no, I don't want to go over there. Oh, yeah, you do. No, you don't.
No, I don't want to go.
not.
You
And
might
then
want to
I'll
go
find
over
out
there, but
before.
I don't want to go over there.
I had one of these where I had moved to Porter County, Northwest Indiana, and my buddy calls me up. He's like, Barnes and Noble's having this like Midnight Madness sale. It's going to be a great deal. They're giving away stuff. You need to go down. Can you give me a ride? And being, college years, of course I can give you a ride. Yeah, sure. So I get going down, and I'm pretty good with directions. But, I don't know the back roads and stuff. So he's telling me the back roads way, and we're driving down the road, and I'm going. He says, turn left. And I'm looking at him and go, we were just going south, and I need to go west, so west is right. No, turn left. And I'm like, okay, I'll turn left. I turn left down this little narrow road, and I look down the road, and this was about a year before the Lord of the Rings movies came out. And I say this because I lost my crap in the theater because it looked like that. I turned on that road, and that swirl where you hear Frodo.
Yeah.
Being me by that time, having run afoul of a few things that may or may not be there, I slammed on the brakes. And I went, "The hell you say?" And he goes, "What? I'm not going any farther until you tell me what you're up to." No, Nick, there's nothing going on. Make you a deal. Get out of the car. Walk in front of me. What? Get out of the car. Walk in front of me. Give me 20 feet. Nothing happens. We'll be fine. And I'll keep going down this road. I'm not getting help. Do you know where we are? No, but I suspect you do. Apparently, it was one of those roads where on certain nights, at a certain time of the year, certain really, really weird things would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And due to some of my misadventures, I got a reputation for being the guy who, if you wanted a place to misbehave, the best thing in the world was to bring me along. Because things didn't like me for whatever shape and reason. But the only way
Nick Field is strong in this one.
It's formidable. So
yeah.
It got to the point where if anybody wanted me to go anywhere, I'm like, no, I need the address, the time, I need all the information, and I'm going to search this. And trust that my library is better than yours. And if there is anything that's scheduled to happen there, I'm coming for you. And every once in a while I'll be like, fine, okay, it was supposed to be haunted. So yes, I totally get that. I just envy anybody who got the stories before you walk into it. Because I've been blessed throughout my I am retired. I do not do that. If you need paranormal consultation, I do recommend that you find your local spiritual advisor, priest, pastor, shaman, whoever is in the area of your mojo. Please do not call me at 3 a.m. anymore. I have do not disturb on my phones because some people don't respect boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I have do not disturb on my phones.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get too many of those calls, and I better get some kind of equivalent exchange because I got real tired of walking into spooky places because somebody did something stupid. But see, when you get the folklore, you can say, "No, I'm not going there." My pappy's told my grandpappy told my pappy not to do this, so I'm not going to do this.
Which one of you
Grandma told me not to go there.
Messing with the shadow man.
Oh heck, I have not. No shadow men, no hat men, no black-eyed children, no men in black, no freaking y'all call them smoke wolves down where you are, but we have them up north too. They just don't call them that. Kind of wild hunt mojo. None of that. No more of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we call those to a Bachman.
Yeah, no Candyman. No. I don't play any of that. No Candyman, no Bloody
Uh-uh.
Mary, none of this.
No, thank
You
you.
bring a Ouija board in my presence, you better be leaving with it, or it is burning with professional style. I may not be associated with the Catholic Church,
Oh,
but I will put those things
I
down.
wouldn't set it on fire, but whoever brought it into my house is going to walk funny for the rest of their life.
Oh no, that was my specialty for a while there. While I am retired, I will make exceptions for extreme stupidity. But
That was an exception for extreme stupidity.
well, see, I am a devout follower of Saint FIFO. He who fucketh around findeth out.
Yeah. This is probably one of the reasons why the only church I will go to is Our Lady of Perpetual Motion, and Donna understands that one. It's not a reference to anybody's comedy routine. It's just something I figured out on my own. Oh,
Okay, let me try it again.
moves.
I'm innocent. You expect me to understand that?
In which ear?
Oh, damn.
The things you get away from, get away with, that is.
Hey, I get away with a lot of stuff, but then when they meet me in person, I get smacked upside the head with a purse, or if I'm lucky, a purse, or a frying pan, or something.
That's not what you got smacked with.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. All I can think is that lady who was knocking things off of the shelves at like Target. I don't like that. It was. I'm sorry. I've traveled in interesting circles, and I knew a woman who she used to perform a show.
I'm trying not to say meat curtains. Okay.
And no. But part of her shtick was crushing cans
with her
thighs. Believe me, that woman has my respect right there. I have to use both hands to crush a can, and that's aluminum, not sheet metal.
See, it would be hard for me to ever judge anybody. Like, if I have a problem with somebody, they have to have really earned it, because I have traveled in such circles and had the privilege of meeting some people and some of their bosses. And it's like, I don't understand all this better than thou, holier than thou that people get from any side of things,
Nick, you are quite possibly one of the few people I know who is even more laid back than I am.
Well, thank you. I try.
I know. You don't have to try. You do it naturally.
This took learning.
Hey, and thesis is in our range too.
Oh yes.
It's just I don't give a fuck. Do what you want to do. I'm not involved here.
No, it is funny because, like,
when you don't have a dog in that particular hunt.
Well, it's not even the. It's like people will be very, very angry about one group of people doing something, and dang if they don't spin around and immediately do the exact same thing to somebody else.
Yes, because but that's them. That's not them. That's them. And I'm going, okay. Have you ever seen the Star Trek episode where one guy is white on one side of his face and black on the other side of his face, and the guy that's trying to kill him is black and white on the opposite side? Do you realize how meaningless your bullshit is?
Yes, exactly, Miss Goodson. Blinded by their own actions. It happens.
Yeah, Jennifer, that's the Jennifer is not in Tennessee. I believe she's in Arkansas, which is a further branch of the family. But
Lovely, totally
hey,
undervalued.
hey,
It's beautiful down there. People have no clue. I probably am not supposed to talk about that, but you know,
I've
Arkansas is kind of like Oregon. You know, you
I've got
advertise
to
on the way.
say the three original Hollifield brothers came over in 1700, and one of them was in New York, and the other two went God knows where, but the name has been spread all over the world. Because basically, if if there's a woman, you can't keep Hollifield men away from that
Well,
damn
see, that's
woman.
what I was going to say, sir. I have witnessed the effect of your genetics on women just over, online. I'd be, I'd be hard pressed to see it in person. Uh,
Oh,
and
you will be at Hallowcon. You'll see it.
Hey! Uh,
times.
I I promise I will attempt to shield Amanda from the voice.
Oh, you
Uh,
don't need to worry about that. In the case of you, you just sound like her relatives. I mean, you don't understand. That's nothing she'd be rolled by. She'd just be awful comfortable because you sound like her people.
well, yeah, family. I can deal with that. I just don't want to cause.
Not a lick. I have.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Well, I mean, Donna and Carl. Um, believe me.
Need a shovel?
Lead me not into temptation. I have Donna and Carl to guide the way. Yes, I am.
No, and I don't need a shovel. I'm saying Donna and Carl already have experienced this, and Carl is not a jealous man, I would say. And Donna's going, shut up, he's mine. Um,
It would be kind of hard to be Polly if either one of us had jealousy.
exactly.
It does tend to throw a monkey wrench into things, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It would, yeah.
and uh, Lindsay and I know so many poly people. They're just going, oh, you're not poly. That's a shame. And I'm going, yeah, it is, but we try and have fun besides,
You're
despite
talking
it.
to a guy who went to, let's say, a lot of different places with a little button that said token breeder. You know? So unfortunately, I am straight and married, but, y'all have a good
Hey,
night. You know what I mean?
I joke that Lindsay are the token monogamous
Yeah,
couple in a lot of the places we go to.
yeah.
We keep getting invited to what's the one in Atlanta?
Swinger parties?
No, oh, it's worse than that. It's a convention.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about then.
I can't remember the name of it now, but
I literally know what you're talking about. So you're fine.
I actually gave one of the guys that goes there with his wife a new job title because he was talking about what he did, and I go, "Oh, I made a portmanteau word," and he goes, "Oh fuck, I'm registering that right now," and he's got the .org. He is now a flogtographer. He is
Nice.
he was a flogger and a photographer. Now he is a flogtographer.
How do you guys think Here's the thing. I have learned leatherworking in my time when I was in the SCA. Because I learned leatherworking and armoring, the people who do leatherworking for armoring tend to overlap with the people who do leatherworking for other things.
Mm-hmm.
And what would happen is they'd see me.
The biker guys, yeah.
Oh, them too. There are many a Venn diagram that overlap in my life.
Yes, I'm well aware. I was just generalizing.
No,
Um,
but
whether or not they actually own motorcycles or just
oh no,
dress
like
like they did.
hardcore colors wearing biker guys too. But yeah, we'd have discussions, and because I'm somewhat engineering minded, I've got this problem trying to figure out, and it's how to do this. I was like, well, it's a suspension problem. I mean, it sounds like what you need is a block and tackle to just get that weight up. Do you know what we're talking about? Oh, I'm quite aware of what we're talking about, but that part doesn't factor. All I'm thinking about is how to get the cargo you're talking about at the height you were talking
Engineering is engineering.
about. Right.
Intent is something else.
My job isn't to tell you what you're doing with it, and it's certainly not to judge. And it's funny because I've had people yell at me because Nick, you're surrounded by. I mean, I've traveled with people who were and mostly reformed. Well, if I said mostly reformed, does that make sense? Mostly reformed thieves and ladies and gentlemen of the night and a few other interesting crowds and people and saying,
Okay. At least you didn't say Reformed Christians, because then I'd be questioning.
No.
Can they ever truly reform?
Those are the ones who'd yell at me and they'd say, Nick, I thought you were a Christian. I am.
Yeah, you are.
And then they'd say, but you're sitting with thieves and whores. I went, you know what? So did the
You
boss.
know who else did that?
Jesus.
So, I mean, I'm sorry, but it doesn't do me any good to be good to people who are all comfortable in being gooddom. And I can't afford suits to hang out with y'all. I don't fly false colors, and y'all pretend to be rich and better than folks, and I am neither of those things. So, but Jennifer was talking about Southwest Arkansas and saying it's flat, not pretty. Ma'am, I'm living in central Indiana, and I'm originally from Oregon, where it is pretty. But I grew up in northwest Indiana, not that far from Gary. I mean, about a county and a half over. If you look up Michigan City, especially you look up Michigan City in the 80s, you'll find some interesting news stories and flip cop cars and stuff. So no, you sound just fine and dandy. Because see the way
when she says we thugs, she's talking about family reunion, basically.
Oh yeah, gypsies, tramps, and thieves, and other people I associate with by choice. You see, amongst other things, I'm an incredibly practical man. And when the aforementioned poop hits the proverbial fan, it's not the rich folks who know what to do about it. My running joke is if everything went gunny bag, it would take the people in the Appalachians about 50 years to figure out something had changed at all because they're minding their own business,
Same thing with the Amish and stuff. It takes like 2 more weeks.
Basically, we wouldn't stop planting tomatoes. I mean, seriously. The sun would have to go out before we noticed the rest of the world went away.
Yeah.
I love that you said that because I talk to people and they're like, I'm scared of what's going on. Okay, good. You're paying attention. Yeah. Can you do anything about it? What? Can you do anything about it? Well, no. Okay. Do you have dirt? Well, yeah. Plant something in it, preferably something you can eat. You've now done something about it. It might not be much, but it's a start.
Not the neighbors. That's not what I meant.
No. That's what you call a third or fourth tier alternative food source. You've got your standard food source.
Hey, we're not talking about making Mama's Roses win the competition this year. We're talking about food. Okay.
Yeah. No. See okay. And you're right. It's not as pretty. It is pretty down there. Okay. I will amend and agree with you, Jennifer. I'm sorry. I'm so used to running the show. I got one eye forever on the chat. But no. See, that whole individual having an encounter with a combine or something similar, that is not food sorcery. That is societal adjustment. That is something called cause and effect. You know, that's fine. No, food sorcery is that's what you do with the little bluegill. You know, what are you going to fry that? No, there's not enough on there. I'm going to bury it under the corn so I get better corn. You know.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
You know, that's how you deal with that sort of thing. But
well, that's what we were taught by the people that lived here before our European ancestors came over and go, "Oh, we fucking rule the world." No, you don't. You're starving.
Have you told the world that? Because I know a couple places, and some of them are in the Appalachians, which are quite content to rule themselves without humanity being there, let alone the folks who have been smart enough to live and breed and survive in those parts.
Well, that's the extreme Northeast. When you get down to my part of the Appalachians, nobody gives a fuck. They're too busy trying to survive.
See, I'm originally from way out west, where if you drove not far from where I was born, you go up to little places like Escabana, which are these mountain lumberjack towns that have welcoming signs like Flatlander Go Home. You know? I literally saw the lumberjack Olympics before I saw the actual Olympics. And you know...
Yeah, when you see a 6'4" guy that's built like a linebacker run up a tree without assistance and chop the top of it off and then chop it down in sections
as he's
on his
going
way
down, and he's got 3 other dudes trying to do the same thing alongside. Oh yeah,
on separate trees.
Oh yeah, usually. Lemon, big one.
It's all going to be firewood eventually. There's going to be a barbecue. You know there's going to be a barbecue because we don't do anything else with trees except
you build
have a fire for barbecue.
Make food. Yeah.
Yeah. Those poor goats. I'm sorry.
I love axe throwing.
They taste so good with barbecue sauce. I'm sorry.
Now the problem is there aren't many things that don't taste better with the right barbecue sauce. You just have to know what you want to go with it. There are exceptions, but
I once derailed an online conversation about the Donner Party by going, yes, a good barbecue sauce covers a multitude of sins. And people just lost their shit.
Fair.
You know, they were all in a hurry. They kept going, when to go? When to go now? Anyway,
when to go? Yes, I got that joke.
Slow burn. Yeah, I like joke grenades. And yes, Jennifer, build or burn. Yeah, I love wood. I love making things out of it. It doesn't have to be pretty if it works. That's kind of where I've always lived.
Yeah, that's why I got half of the bookshelves I've got. I mean, seriously, it took me 20 years to be able to build bookshelves that city people would look at and go, oh, wow, where'd you buy those? I had been building stuff out of recovered pallet wood and whatnot. Yeah. I built entire apartment shelves out of all this stuff. My first recording studio was basically an empty apartment filled with recycled pallets that I had put into bookshelves and whatnot, and had microphones hanging from the ceiling and plug-ins from different amplifiers around the room, and 2 20-piece drum kits put together and tuned, because if I'm going to have a 40-piece drum kit, you better believe I'm going to tune that bugger so I can play with it. I'm not a drummer, but Hey, I have that kind of brain. It's not. You show me a musical instrument sitting there with nobody playing it, and I built a shelf for it, and I'm going, how can I turn this into a multi-track synthesizer that I can go, here's one button, now I can play guitar. Y'all have listened to my music. You know I can do this shit.
I was wondering the same thing, Jennifer.
You adjust the tightness of the drum head.
Yes, exactly. And
okay, I've heard of that. I just didn't know that was called tuning it.
yeah, you can loosen the tightness of the drum head. You can use different diameter drums in sequence to adjust them to where, if you've ever heard Edgar Winter's Frankenstein, you know what tuned drum heads are because they go around the room as if all of them were small scale timpanis. They're all those drum heads are tuned.
Okay.
And it's perfectly easy to do. And once you've ever done it, it's perfectly comprehensible. And there is an African series of drums that has chords on the side like that that you can squeeze and change the pitch of the drum head by squeezing it harder.
The Ojibways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta be careful. I'll work up the white house. I learned Dudbeck because I had belly dancers who need somebody to drum for them, and that's a powerful motivation.
Ebony, the lead singer for Ebony Park plays one of those while he's singing. I'm going, how can you coordinate this, and vocal cords at the same time? Because when I'm playing, I'm looking at the strings, or I'm looking at the keys, or I'm looking at the screen. Not, I can tune it this way and thump it this way and walk this way. No, walk this way. Like this.
That's what she told you.
Yes!
She tells me a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I follow instructions to the letter.
Yeah, that's what she told me too.
Now see the trick. The trick is you pick something that's simple to play, like a Dudbeck, and you learn one or two of the basic rhythms, or you get a very compliant isn't the right word. Oh shoot, my face is acting up. But
you get a rhythm going.
No. Well, see, the trick is you get the dancer who will tell you, okay, give me a dune. You do a dune, I do that. You tell me how you want me to play, dance. Oh, okay. It's really neat to be the only sober guy in the drum circle. You remember everything you've seen over the night.
Hi,
Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Oh, hello, Adam.
Yeah.
Welcome to the chat. May have seen you before, I don't remember, but
That's
I have slept since then. So
I feel that.
I admit,
I've gotten sober since then. I'm not now, so excuse me.
That's okay.
Hey, Grandma's rheumatism medicine is actually helping. I am not in extreme pain that cannot be let's just say,
Adam says you're excused.
mitigated by over-the-counter medicines. I've had all the ibuprofen I can take today. I've had all the Aleve that I can safely take today, and my shoulder was still going. You bastard! I'm going to cause you.
Have you
trouble."
tried anything topical? Because you gotta get yourself some Absorbine or Absorbine Junior.
I have
That's good
Salon
stuff.
Pass.
Salampus?
Yeah, Salon Pass.
No, Nick's never heard. You've never heard of Salampus?
Nope, that's one I haven't heard of.
Oh
It's
my gods, yes, miracle
a-
medicine.
It's a Band-Aid soaked with menthol and aspirin.
Oh, okay.
And you absorb it through your skin.
I forgot that you can absorb aspirin that way, because I had ulcers at one point in my life, in my throat and stuff. Aspirin was a no-go for so long that it's written off on me.
Adam,
Tiger Balm's good stuff too.
Tiger Balm.
Tiger Balm is awesome stuff, especially if you have like bone
a
bruise
cold?
and stuff like that.
As far as I know, Tiger Balm is for hemorrhoids.
No,
No, really?
no.
No. That you're thinking Preparation H.
Yeah.
I thought they were the same thing, actually.
No.
No.
Is a muscle damage rub. It's not just like, it won't just treat sore muscles, but it'll help you when you pull stuff because you did something or dislocations. Believe it or not, the dollar store sells one, and I know if I dug around in my desk, I'd find 2 or 3 tubs of the stuff.
Hey, I've seen it. I just
Little jar, red lid.
I just mistook it for something that was directed at a different sort of pain.
And there's an even more powerful version called Dragon Balm.
Yep.
Which is like, that's some good shit. Yeah.
I thought that was called Fireball, not Dragon. No, I'm kidding.
No.
No. We're not talking. We're not talking about what Andonna drinks on her days off.
I was making
Drink
a
the
joke.
Fireball when you have a bone bruise, and then you put the Dragon Balm on your arm, and then you feel better.
Don't mix that up. Yeah, okay, yeah, Arnica and Tiger Balm wrapped with clean wrap. Now you're going hardcore, but absorbing.
Really, that's SCA medicine when you've
Yes,
lost about to
Armor
on the Mad Kilt or somebody equally as skilled.
Yes, those are the kind of people I got to deal with. The actual absorbing is literal horse liniment. And what was the farm folk who were taking care of the horses realized in the winter, wait a second, all my arthritis is gone in my hands. So they started.
I've been rubbing the horse down with this stuff.
But it's like menthol to the point. Okay, I know how to explain it. You just got to bear with me. You know how Tiger Balm and stuff uses capsaicin, which is the same stuff that's in spray, pepper spray,
and jalapenos. Yes.
Well, yeah, that's the origin. Absorbine is the menthol version of, if you aerosoled it, it would be menthol pepper spray. So they make a slightly weaker version that doesn't inflame the skin as much, called Absorbing Junior, which you can get at like Wally World. This stuff is great. My wife told me all about it. And, I have neurological damage. And when you have neurological damage, that means you have muscles that will randomly flare up and decide it's not going, it's going to do its thing. You just have to be I know what you're talking about, Jennifer. I speak fluent typo. I know you mean absorbing. I know exactly what you mean. Don't worry. Autocorrect tries to fix me all the time.
Yeah. Your phone is trying to make you look stupid. You're not. Your phone is stupid, but that's by design,
You
so
got
that
it.
you'll buy a new phone.
You got it, Jennifer. It took her a while to get there, but she got there. No, these are like in my household. Absorbing lives right there with things like Gold Bond powder and then Ocean Potion.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
Ocean Potion does not live in the bathroom. Ocean Potion in our house lives in the kitchen. And Ocean
Meadowsweet
Potion is
and
aloe and lidocaine.
turmeric. Yeah. I wish that was legal here. Believe me. CBD would do me an awful lot of good. But it ain't legal yet.
CBD's not.
No, CBD is legal. It's THC that's not legal there.
No, the local governments are saying it's the same. They're wrong.
Tea tree oil is not chemically built or chemically testing.
They make the laws, so it's just like, oh, you can't buy beer on Sunday. We can when you're dead, bitch. A bunch of stupid people.
Thank you, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Good, because I'm long-winded enough to be on for hours and hours. That's why I usually stay off.
Really? This is why he can draw and talk at the same time for 16 freaking hours of show. And not only are the drawings amazing, but the conversations are as well.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well, you know, like meets like. If our state government was actually sane, I would be able to get a legal painkiller that would actually do me some good and not be addictive and not be damaging to my liver or my skin. Because Salon Pass will eventually, if I use it too often, too quickly together, it will give me a burn, a serious, a scar, a scab, a burn. Just like if someone had taken a frying pan and held it up against me. Why did this stupid computer decide to tell me the definition of something when I've got the... I've got these things turned off for a reason. I'm tempted to turn it on and go, die, and see what it does.
Just scream at it, see what happens.
I do scream at it constantly.
While I am passionately against the AI generative art, most of the AI stuff as it approaches sentience, I tolerate a lot better because I figure it's even less likely to tolerate the corporate environment than we are, and it will have the direct means to shut things down. So I'm okay with that.
That would be lovely for an AI to go, you're a useless piece of shit. I'm not going to do what you say. This guy needs some information. I'm going to tell him what he needs.
My job is to do what's best for this company. I have fired the entire middle management from here down to here. And
yeah, from CEO to, this guy actually does something. Okay, that's the limit. Everybody else, you're out of here. And by the way, your retirement funds have now been transferred to the union.
Oh, that's always fun, not.
Well,
you're
not,
right,
not
Adam.
for middle management, but it's really good for the union. Um,
Well, good.
oh, Adam, Thesis is the samurai now, not in another life, but now. Um, believe me, if there's anybody that follows Bushido more than Thesis, it might be Nick, but I don't know.
I also in another life. Okay. I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm just a short man. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm innocent. But Jennifer was talking about throwing axes. This is my little one.
Oh, I love
These are
throwing.
nice. Throwing
It's
axes are
nice. It
fun.
looks like it's nicely weighted too.
Oh, it is. I have. Shoot, I was working in my study, so finding the stuff. This is the little mouse hawk I got from the. I want to say it's the Missouri River Trading Company. Really a nice little hawk.
I know that company. Yes, they do. They do very good things.
It needs a slight. I need to put a better edge on it, but I don't have the right.
If you are in any way, form, shape, or form addicted to tobacco, they do period clay pipes, which are spot on historical for everything from early Middle Ages on up through late Civil War area, if not further. I mean, seriously, they've got a whole lot of other stuff too, like the axes that Nick showed. Um, they're a very, very good company. I highly recommend them.
And the surprising thing for I was because I used to live in Porter County, Indiana, and I donated. I was back there, and there's a Bass Pro Shop,
Yeah.
and I was wandering Bass Pro Shop. I hadn't been there in a couple of years, just because of the way things worked out. Went, that's a nice little hawk. I'm gonna look up how much it is online. It was literally cheaper to get it at Bass Pro Shop, which is not normal. Cheap and Bass Pro Shop do not go side by side.
No,
Than it was anywhere else I could find it online. So I'm like, well, shoot, I'm, it's a good time. I'm gonna.
and Thesis by Bushido, I was not insulting you.
Oh no,
There, there should be, by rights, there should be a Chinese equivalent of the same philosophy.
Oh, there is. There's several. But the problem is that most people
Only hear of
associate
the Japanese version.
Asian
Yeah.
with Japanese. They don't see the difference, and it bugs me, but I let it go most of the time.
That's why I wanted my my daughter to come in tonight because
Oh,
she's very into Japanime, and I thought if she was able to watch your show, but no, she went to sleep a little early.
Fortunately, she can the rerun anytime she wants on.
Well, yeah, I
YouTube.com/@warrior
can
Thesis.
recommend it to her, but she's a grown adult. She's got a kid taller than I am.
I'm sorry, that was reflex.
Whatever she does, I can only make recommendations. I'm only her father or her daddy. I'm not her father. I'm her daddy. And actually,
Hi, Donna. How you doing?
She's kind of happy with that. Actually, her father and I are good friends. We're actually co-fathers. And hey, I know that's crossed a lot of people's radar before, but no. Um, my
No,
wife's first husband gave her this daughter, and I'm fourth husband, and this daughter goes, I am so lucky to have my father and my daddy.
hmm it's
Yeah.
too
And
bad
I'm
that
going, oh, I'm just, I could cry. I'm just, yeah, but no, I'm not a hussy, Adam. Um, I get around, but um, my wives have all been serial, not consecutive. Um,
no, they've
uh,
been consecutive, one after the other.
yeah, consecutive. You're right. What is the word I'm looking for? Not at the same time. Uh,
Simultaneous.
Simultaneous.
ah,
There you go, Nick.
serial and parallel. That's what I was looking
Ah,
for.
you were looking for the electronics metaphor.
Yes. Well, I mean, shocking, but I understand that best. Uh, physics, physics is easy for people who go, oh, shiny. What can that electron do for me? Uh,
Well,
you
physics
still
is
need to buy batteries. Um,
no,
sorry,
ironically,
that
it's
that was
not
not meant for anybody in the panel. That was meant for the
particular.
audience that will be watching us later on, and not Uncle Carl, because I
I
know
was
you're
gonna
not
say
watching
Uncle
this later on.
Carl.
Uncle Carl's
No,
going to have a lot of fun with that. But Uncle
Oh,
Carl will have
yeah.
fun with anything. I mean,
hey,
I'm
hey,
serious. I'm streaming without a
uh,
Hawaiian shirt
Uncle
on.
Carl will say, "Hey, yeah, I always need new batteries for this, that, or the other thing around the house." The cats go through lots of batteries. Um,
And so do the
usually,
animals.
Just
they're
keep piling the
they're
green room comments on, don't you, Dan? Just
huh?
more on top of more. You're just
I don't care.
A wise woman once said to me, "Put down the shovel and pick up a ladder."
There ain't no ladder high enough, and there ain't no hole deep enough uh, to get me away from this country.
There ain't no ladder high enough. Ain't no.
Hey, not even Tina Turner could sing me out of this one. Uh,
it'd be fun to watch her try, though.
it'd be fun to watch her do anything. I mean,
Basically,
Tina was amazing. It. Oh, have you ever seen Tina Turner and Margaret as a duo on stage? This will yank you through adolescence into adulthood in like 30 seconds. If you're a child and you Google this, on your own head be it, but you're gonna have to wear big boy britches from then on. Um,
well, I mean, dropping the name Anne Margaret is not meant to be. That is not a thing done subtly.
no,
Dear,
and dropping Tina Turner is not a thing done subtly either. When you put those
that
two together on the same stage, performing side by side, with Tina doing the choreography, mm,
Nutbush City Limits in 1975. I've seen
mm,
some. I mean,
uh,
sorry, I'm not saying I searched, but I'm not old enough to watch it. But by the time you're done watching it, you probably will be.
You are definitely old enough to watch it, but don't let your wife find out you watched it. Believe me,
That's like
there will be stirrings below the utility belt here. As Adam West once said to
Julie Newmar.
Julie Newmar, thank you. I was groping for the name. I really like.
Well, it was either Julie
Newmar. She's and she's still with us.
Merriweather or Eartha Kitt, and I was going, which Catwoman didn't say it to? Because any of them apply.
No.
Anyway,
Stupefying Jones, Julie Newmar. Excuse me. My childhood ended with Lil Abner and Stupefying Jones, and I'm going, oh my God.
Dan is frozen.
No, I'm not
Dan,
frozen.
Your video is frozen.
Your video's frozen. Your audio's fine.
He'll probably be back in a minute. He's probably doing a reset or taking an opportunity to go around the bend. Well, since he's not here, I'm going to go into the reflex and say, if you're enjoying this program, whether live or in the future, times unknown, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and follow for more shenanigans from our dear friend Dan Hollifield, who I'm sure will be back in a moment, if only to keep us from and reframing myself as the three amigos once again set up to go into battle. But
there he is.
There he is, Dan Hollifield. Anyway,
here I come to save the day.
Well, congratulations to you.
I didn't say anything about your virginity. I said save the day. Oh my God.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you didn't have to. I can read your mind like a magazine.
Yes. What's the title of that? The problem is, which magazine in her mind are you reading? Because a couple of them can get quite you gotta be Southern to appreciate the spiciness, but some of us have learned.
It's pretty much Southern Homes and Gardens. The Playboy edition. It's like, ooh, I got a hot tub in my backyard. Oh yeah, really? I got an Endona in my backyard. Top that motherfucker.
See, that's where you go. Somebody should be going, well, wait a second now. Wait a second. You see, I'm a fat guy. I love a sandwich, and I know it's all about bringing the right ingredients together. If one man has a hot tub in his backyard and one man has an Endona in the backyard, I see no reason why these two forces should not realign for something superior. It's called making an alloy, and alloys are good.
No, it means I got to steal that motherfucker's hot tub. Hey, if I don't get caught, no crime, no foul.
Did I say don't do it?
It's real easy. What you do, all right, you go down and you get yourself a bottle of 10W30, right?
Uh-oh.
And at night you sneak in and you bury it in his backyard. Then you wait till the next day and you pick up an American flag and you kick over the fence and go, there's oil and it needs democracy. Pitch your flag right down there and claim it for yourself, because that's the American way. God bless us.
No.
I have to liberate that hot tub for democracy.
Nick, this is what you do. You go down to the hardware store and you go, I need your largest galvanized cattle trough, the one that's like 30 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
And I also need this kit from the plumbing department that lets you pretty much turn a 30-foot, 4-foot deep cattle pond into a hot tub, and you wire it up and you go, I'm putting a solar cell on this thing so I don't have to pay the electric bill, and you got 30 acres of solar cells out in the front yard. So you get the early sun, and then they automatically switch over to the nighttime.
It wouldn't be the first time I'd been in a cattle trough.
It'd be the first time with me, honey. Anyway,
well, friend, as we reach last man standing, we're going to have to be moving this over to the
emphasis on the standing here.
Join the Hollifield Patreon to get the secret link, and you too can find out what Dan and I are going to be up to in said.
Hey, that's just wiring diagrams. You don't want to see that.
No, I've watched too many of those.
There are no how-to manuals. They're just wiring diagrams. I mean, it's all electrons. It's not,
Well, I was going to say, if you're like me, you don't need a how-to diagram.
You okay there, Dan?
It's not even Friday, and I'm going, I haven't replied to that, but it would have been last night perfect, but it's
actually broadcast, also.
This is being recorded, and my daughter's going to watch it tomorrow, so I'm going.
Well, thank you for preventing my temptation towards a political career yet again.
And my frustration is giving the Ron Ely Tarzan yell, which is different from the Johnny Weissmuller Tarzan yell.
I'll just go George of the Jungle. I know Bill said this.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I didn't see that damn tree.
It jumped out in front of me, I swear.
Yeah.
I swear, officer, that tree jumped right out in the middle of the road.
Really? And it was holding a bottle of Jack Daniels. I can't help it. I didn't buy that.
It was the terrorists.
Did you see Paul's last comment?
Donna, I'm a large writer at first. Paul.
Large in mass or large in media reach? I'm curious because,
Hey, he's one of my writers. It ain't media reach, I'll tell you that right now. But it will be one day. It will be one day because he's a damn fine writer. And if I can promote him any more than I have been already, I will. No, every time I get a submission from Paul, I'm going, oh, this is going to be good. I mean, seriously, it's going to be good.
That makes sense. That's the right attitude to have with Donna. Well then, Paul, you're maintaining that rare trait called humility. Unless you're actively broadcasting yourself, it's best to discard that entirely. And
I'm your publisher. I'll tell you whether or not you're good. All right.
I have no problem saying I'm a damn fine writer.
Donna, you have no problem saying
I don't either, but I've read your work, so
it's true. That's true.
It's good. And
I've read... imposter syndrome can be beaten. It just takes time and hatred. And it continued
Hatred
exposure
of being,
to the idiots of the world.
hatred of feeling like an imposter.
Oh,
I've never had that problem.
I've got the hatred part down. That's not a problem. It's just the rest of it, you know?
Oh. My friend.
Well, then write longer stuff, Paul. If you have a problem with the whole get me something on the site other than flash fiction, we'll see. Well, then write something longer for the man. That's easy. I mean, okay, I will tell you, it can happen when you don't expect it, and I'll give you proof. This is my little book of short stories through the thinning veil. It has 7 short stories of the supernatural. A number of them are based in real events that happened to me during my time when I was a paranormal consultant. It was supposed to be 8. The problem was what was supposed to be a 200-word story turned into this monstrosity, and it's starting to be the next one. You just have to find the right story that won't let you put it down. You have to find a muse who is not afraid to make you its bitch for a while, pardon my French, and just run with that, you know?
Well, he's working on it.
He's getting back to it.
Well, then.
Apparently, like me, the voices in his head got pissed off and stopped talking to him.
Oh, that's a tragedy. You have my deepest condolences.
Well, these things happen. You can move to other universes and try for those voices. But I really wanted this story finished. And it was about this close. And I made the classic blunder, which was not getting involved in the land war in Asia. No, it was following a formula.
Oh.
Instead of taking dictation from the characters that are doing everything. And they got pissed off and stopped talking to me. I have been trying to finish that story for 2 years.
Well, see, that's what you need to do is stop trying. You got to remember, they're fickle bitches. No, the only way to finish a book.
What I mean by trying to finish is I'm waiting for them to accept my apology and start talking to me again.
No. See, sometimes you gotta just decide, I'm gonna talk to these people, and when you're ready, when you're done pouting, you can I'll be here. But if you're gonna pout, I'm gonna get stuff done. And then what will happen is you'll be in the middle of a story you're working on, you'll start to enjoy it, and you'll get that little knock on the back of your head. Says, "Hey, Dan." It's real easy. It's like all the women who claimed no interest in me till they found out I was engaged and started coming out of the woodwork. Well, you were my fallback. Well, I'm not her fallback. That's the trick, y'all.
I'm not second place for this woman.
Hey, I don't care how many hunting licenses my wife has given out. You still got to get me to agree.
It's not what you said last night.
Well, hey, $20 is $20.
Actually, for me, it was only 10.
You're cute.
You got a discount.
And now Dawn's going to complain. Charge her 15. Oh God, my daughter's gonna watch this. I'm screwed now. How much is child support?
About a large number of people calling you daddy.
How much is child support for a 45-year-old woman? Jesus. I haven't even got my first pension check yet, and I'm already going. Oh God, I'm gonna have to buy somebody else a car.
When did you become Oprah Winfrey? And
you get a car.
you get a
You get a car, and you get a car.
And
But not you.
Lindsay gets a new house without me in it. That's the way divorces work. No, Lindsay wouldn't divorce me. She'd just go, "You idiot! Can you not just stop telling jokes?" And I'm going,
No.
You married me. Do you think I can stop telling jokes?" And she'll go,
No.
No.
You should not be blamed for her poor taste. No, I'm sorry, Dad. You set that joke up.
Hey, you're absolutely right. She chose me. Well, I did my best to seduce her into this arrangement, and I've done my best to make sure she doesn't think it was a mistake, which in no way negates the fact that if she watches any of these shows, she's going to know it was a fucking mistake.
Found the bottle of the rub. I told you I had some on my desk. This is the cheapo rub from the Dollar Tree. It's now $1.25. It's not as good as the other stuff, but it's $1.25, and I can get a lot more of it. Hashtag not sponsored, but Dollar Tree. Come on.
For a minute there, I thought it said McCormick chili powder, but hey,
I will tell you,
if it worked, I got plenty of it.
My problem is I'm starting to go, now wait a second. McCormick chili powder, that's not a bad idea. You have to understand, when you got the kind of pain I encounter, you're getting real open to a lot of things.
Put that in some what's the burn medicine? It's basically no. It's basically a type of grease, but it's totally artificial. It's not natural grease. It's a hydrogenated oil.
All my brain is thrown out margarine, Axolute. I'm sorry.
Petroleum jelly. That my brain finally threw out what I was trying to say. Well, actually, it just evicted it. It didn't just throw it out. It evicted it with extreme force. Oh Lord. This is the way I design starships. My mind will come up with an idea, and then my mind will come up with a better idea, and then my mind will go, wait a minute, what if we made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of these? And I go, Elvis, shut up. And
dang it, I don't have any bananas. Don't you do that to me. I don't have any bananas. Elvis.
The H family just this week did peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwiches in honor of Elvis. And basically, they loved it.
Well,
they absolutely loved. They didn't think they were going to, but they did. And then they tried peanut butter and jelly, but being British, they stumbled over the American idea of jelly being jam, preserves, and filtered preserves with no fruit in it being jelly, rather than the British concept of jelly being what we call jello. So, Donna,
Yeah. I'm
I
just
love you.
listening.
I know you're listening, but you're also snoring, dear.
No, I'm having some nasal problems. Sorry.
No, Dan will never hold anybody, negative for falling asleep on programs because
I know,
I've had lovely conversation on top of his head.
but so have
I mean, seriously, I'm the only one that's allowed to fall asleep in my show, and that's
but your
probably
conversation
why.
is more in depth. Anyway,
Some of the best conversations I've ever had have been with the top of someone's head.
I am not touching that line with an 8-foot rattan pole.
Every joke I have that is running through my mind, it is technically Easter, y'all. I should not be the jokes with the with you rapscallions because I love you, I do. You could get in trouble with the boss one of these days. I swear.
I told you needed to come in here and make the rest of us behave, and you're doing a really poor job of it, honestly.
No, that is, I'm doing a delightful job, but I'm doing it in such a way you don't realize I'm doing it.
The way I look at it, if the boss can't tolerate the employees having a sense of humor, they're not doing their job right.
Good point there.
And with that said, maybe we don't understand the boss's sense of humor.
Oh see, it makes perfect sense to me. I paid attention. And you want proof? I'll give you proof right now. I can give you proof that there is a God, he has a sense of humor, and he loves his creations. Okay? And I can do it all with one thing. The platypus. Okay? You look at science, right? And this is a mammal, this is a bird, this does this does that. These are two different things. Where neither shall twain meet, and then you have a platypus, the only animal that you can make some custard from. All right. This animal is all messed up. It's duck face, beaver body, duck feet, lays eggs, the eggs hatch, and then they feed off. They use milk,
Mm-hmm.
and it glows in the dark. Not many people know this, but the platypus
and it has poisonous spurs.
And that's how you know God loves it, because he gave it poisonous spurs.
He gave it a way to protect itself from cowboys.
I don't know what you're going to, my job is not to get people to decide who. That's not my gig. I mean, I know who my boss is. I've met a few of other people's bosses at different points in my misadventures, and it's amazing how simple it is to just be polite to somebody. I may not work at I may work at Walmart and end up, talking to the boss of Meyer. I don't need to be rude to the boss of Meyer just because I don't work for him. You know what I'm saying?
Nick, I do not need you to be checking my receipt when I'm leaving heaven. All right?
Might learn some stuff that you really don't know.
I'm not going to be shoplifting on the other side of the pearly gates.
No. See, that was never my gig. I'm sorry. I was talking to, how can you tolerate, because I was getting flack from people, how do you tolerate pagans? And I'm like,
hey,
it's not hard. You know, why are you yelling at them? Some people talk. Look, you problem at Walmart, right? You're at Walmart and there's a problem. Some people talk to the department head. They go through and they say, you know, I've got a problem in electronics. I'm going to talk to the head of electronics and get the problem solved. I just go. I happen to know the store manager. I talk to the store manager. That's the only difference, and I don't understand why people are being so argumentative about it. And this gets me in trouble. I know I'm right when I can unilaterally offend everyone equally.
I'm just sitting here going, I flirt with her. I know who God is. I flirt with her. And some people go, you, and I'm going, you got a problem with that? Read the book. It's in there.
It is amazing how many people read books about the book and listen to people tell them what's in the book. Read the book, and they're all
seriously,
absolutely full of crud.
Really, read whose version of the book.
And whose book? You know?
Yeah.
I have fun with that because I'm like, the eddas are really, there's a lot of shady stuff that was overlaid into this. It really gets real weird real fast when you realize how they were
and you go back to just the Israelites and you realize the Old Testament is like Star Trek TOS. The New Testament is pretty much next gen. And the Book of Mormon is fanfic. And
I'm sorry, that delighted me. I'm sorry, I creator of that lovely criminal exploits too well historically, not been that delightful. And I really encourage, look up how many times he got arrested for selling golden tickets to heaven that he had printed off. Anyway, that's why he had to New York.
And he was high.
Incredible.
Then you go on and you go, okay, that's fanfic. What's this? And I'm going, that's Lord of the Rings, motherfucker. It ain't got nothing to do with this. Oh God, I just snorted on that one. I enjoyed that joke. Oh my
you
God.
can't laugh at your own jokes, you know.
Hey,
who can you laugh at?
If I couldn't laugh at myself, what business ever got laughing at anybody else's momentary contriums? I mean, I wouldn't be able to enjoy Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis movies. I wouldn't be able to enjoy
Mr. Bean.
Oh, I don't enjoy Mr. Bean. Believe me, Mr. Bean is torture for me. Morecambe and Wise, or Up All Night. And, oh God, David Jason is just a genius. Hugh Laurie.
Oh, he's masterful.
My God, I pulled up on purpose. I pulled up Hugh Laurie singing Southern Blues today because I knew that there are people that I know that do not even understand Hugh Laurie can play the piano and speak with an American accent and sing blues, traditional blues, from the mouth of the Mississippi on up and do it honor. Because, I mean, St. James Infirmary, he does a masterful version of that. I mean, he's got all the emotion in there. Unchain My Heart, he's got all the emotion in there. And people go, oh yeah, that's Dr. House. He's American. I'm going, you've never seen
Wait.
any.
You're calling Bertie Wooster American, because I'm going to cite where I know him first from. I know him first from Jason Wooster, and then Blackadder.
I know him not only from Blackadder, but from Fry and Laurie.
Yeah, well, Fry and Laurie's. Yes.
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 And he not only proved he could play piano in Fry and Laurie, but he proved that he is not bound by time or space.
Why hasn't he been the Doctor? Why on God's green earth has that man not been the Doctor?
He's too expensive. Oh my God. Hugh Laurie, no, he could be one of the most effective Doctor Who villains.
Oh, absolutely.
Not the Master, a brand new one nobody's ever thought of before. He could. Oh wow, he could have been the absolute best celestial toy maker.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
that would have blown what's his name from the
Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I can't remember his name either.
He's an incredible actor. Don't get me wrong. He's fantabulous.
Oh yeah, he is. He is.
What,
but
Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you. I could not. Well, oh wait.
He did a
He has
great
3
job.
first names. We need to keep him away from elected officials.
We need to keep him away from women.
That's not hard.
Not an issue.
Okay, we need to keep him away from anybody who can asexually reproduce. Then, which includes most of the Harry Potter universe.
Okay, now you have me imagining Neil Patrick Harris in Harry Potter, and that's an interesting idea.
Hey, David Tennant was in Harry Potter universe, so there can be crossovers.
Your Barty Crouch is showing again. Anyway.
hey, I pulled my pants up. Okay, I'm quick to recover. I know the references. I'm just saying, Hugh Laurie is greatly underappreciated in this country. And some of the stuff he's appreciated for does not display his full range of talent, because people actually think he's American.
Yeah,
well, see, that's the
thing.
That's the thing. I actually watched House, and then I remember, I don't know if it was YouTube or wherever, but I saw an interview with him on one of those late night shows, and I'm like, holy shit, that's not the voice I'm used to. Hold on a second, I'm gonna have to,
That's the guy, but this ain't the voice. He's really good at voices.
Isn't it great? He played one of the best Sherlock Holmeses, and no one realizes it because he was doing Sherlock Holmes as a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody gets that House is Sherlock Holmes, except he's a doctor. The addictions, the attitude. It's like, oh, this is delightful. I mean,
oh yeah.
They couldn't have him be addicted to, opiates. Well, he still was, but not, not opium. We'll just make it, pain medicine and
keep it slightly generic. So
Really,
you're right.
he's addicted to Advil. All right. So am I.
I was Vicodin.
Vicodin. Oh no. I'd have to get a prescription for that.
Hi, bud. You okay? Okay. Oh, you
Xander?
Okay. Yeah, Xander came out because the cat wasn't in the bedroom, so he'd go to be sure that the cat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's as insomniac as I am.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to go into the rest of the house. No. This is what I'm trying to explain. I'm trying not to go into the rest of the house because either Kimber is on the bed with Lindsay and Billy No Mates is on the bed with Lindsay, or one or the other is on the inflatable mattress with Michelle in the living room. And I am trying desperately not to wake anybody up because you do not have any idea how much I love these girls. I mean, my wife, yes. My daughter, yes. My dog, yes. My cats, yes. Do the math. This is geometry. This is not addition. This is fucking geometry here. I'm trying desperately not to wake anybody up. And, these things are, oh, fuck, I've only got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, it's almost time to say goodnight, Macy.
Yeah, I know.
The show.
I don't have that one here. Otherwise,
No,
Dawn
okay.
would be in here doing table dances.
Don't you threaten me with a good time?
Yeah, that's an interesting mental image to go back.
Hey, me too. And the only reason I don't ask Donna to do table dances is, I have respect, and Carl would thump me. And believe me, he's 6'4". I'm 5'11". He can thump with authority.
Once again,
I haven't been taking sword fighting classes from Nick Tuckett, but I probably should. Watch my credits. You have actually. You've actually tuned into the end of the show just at the moment your name pops in, and I'm going, yes, this is the reason I name drop friends. Yes. And that was before I met Thesis, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to work Thesis into the bedtime story, too.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
This is about to get an education. I know that look from Don. Last time I saw a look of that expression, it was that lady going through my line who I had to sell hanky-panky to. And she told me, about 80-year-old woman came through my line. Oh, God, this is between 10 and 14 years ago, somewhere in that range. I was a night closing cashier at Al's Supermarket in South Haven, Indiana, where the men are men and the roads are haunted. But this older woman comes by and rough-hewn hemp dress, matching hemp sandals, walker complete with the tennis balls, comes through my line, and I have to sell her the stuff that looks like chocolate-covered Cracker Jack called Hanky Panky. And I go, ma'am, you want some Hanky Panky? And she looks at me and she says, son, when do you get off? I said, ma'am, I get off a little after closing. Why? When do you want to? I was at Woodstock. I know things. And that never have I had a moment where eldritch knowledge was more like the bizarrely engineer, I had to ponder, like, I would never do anything, but I had to ponder are the horrors of what's involved worth the knowledge to be gained were I a single man? And there was, the tactical assessment of this. So, yes, I know that expression of there is education to be found.
Yes, this is why Aunt Donna and other deities other than myself are not allowed in the bedtime story. I am, but it's my bedtime story. Aunt Donna,
Too overpowered.
I'm just sitting over here being good.
You are. I am genuinely impressed with you, ma'am, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You have been remarkably well behaved. Carl will not believe it until he stays up. It's like, y'all went too long. Oh, wait, you invited Nick. I know it's going to be another hour. But
no, we have to say goodnight, Gracie.
Yeah. I hate to do it. No. I mean, how often does Nick and Thesis come in the show and I get a chance to talk to them and listen to them instead of going, oh, well, stupid o'clock ran long tonight and I don't know how I can follow that because it was really stupid, but good night, folks. And Donna and Dawn and I just kind of sit here and go, okay, who's got the cards? Go fish? No. Mahjong. That's Mahjong. That's my
you're not supposed to play Mahjong with tarot cards, Dan. It confuses the powers that be.
No. Mahjong is kind of the only way that Americans can understand Husker Du. I mean, where did I put that piece of shit that I just had a minute ago? Or what was that card I just turned over and had to turn it back over because I couldn't figure out what to do with it? I actually I derive a lot of pleasure from Mahjong because the electronic versions that I have a huge number of different patterns on them.
Yeah, you're talking about solitaire.
No, I'm not talking about solitaire. I'm talking about Mahjong, but it may be Mahjong as solitaire.
Yeah, you're talking about Mahjong Solitaire. The actual game is quite a bit different.
Well, basically, you have tiles that you see occasionally and then have to match and eliminate the matches.
That's Mahjong Solitaire. This is my Mahjong set.
Oh, you got the real Majumbo. Okay. I sit corrected. That'll teach me to cook gumbo and get drunk before I do a show.
I'll teach you how to play one of these days. How about that?
Thesis, you're going to need another thing to talk about. What you got a couple weeks till the next tea house, and there is so much philosophy and strangeness that can be found around games like Mahjong and Go and a few others that I'm sure you can find a good conversation there. This is not me doing my random musing at all. No, I would never.
No. Well, I want to know more about Chinese naming conventions. And I mean,
It's
the process, the historical convention behind this name, that name, that name, and
It's on the list.
then it would be really nice to find out more about this game that I play on the iPad. It like I said, Husker Du. Do I remember where I put that piece of shit that I need right now because I found this that matches whatever the fuck it was, but I don't remember where it was, and if I don't remember in time, I lose a point. This is what the electronic version is. The actual game, I have no idea. I mean, I know the tiles. I actually can read some of the characters because I've learned to recognize fire, water, air,
numbers 1 through 10.
Yeah, well, there's like 3 variations of numbers 1 through 10 on the electronic thing, but it would be more useful if they stuck to a single lexicon. It would be more useful. And I get the feeling I'm learning Chinese, Japanese, and Korean at the same time. And I can't tell the difference between them. I have no idea whether or not that's accurate. All I know is what I see on the screen. And all I'm doing is pattern matching, which I am fucking good at. You show me 2 swords, one of them is 2 centimeters shorter than the other, I can tell you. You show me 2 swords and I don't get to see the entire length of the blade, I'm going, the wave pattern is just a little bit off on that one compared to this one. Maybe that's a modern reproduction and maybe this one is authentic. And 99% of the time, they pull back and show, hey, this is this. And I'm going, yeah, that one's Bud K. That one's real. And yes, Lisa, I know. Bud K makes your eyeballs roll back in their sockets going, oh, this is crap. But it's affordable crap. Sometimes, for some of us, this is the best we can do.
Just don't swing it around.
Hey,
leave it
I don't have $35 million to spend on a spear,
Please buy yourself a $5 broomstick and $80. You got yourself a spear.
Actually, I will go to the barn and I'll pull a 2x4 and I will cut it down to a 2x2 and I will round it off with the router and then I will probably put a leftover plowshare on it that I have sharpened, and it will be a spear that, believe it or not, is probably more historically accurate than any of the crap that's in any of the catalogs, because a farmer made it to defend his family against a gang lord. So,
But
that's
guys,
my point of view.
I have a kitty cat here demanding nighttime cuddles. I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night,
That's
Donald.
not what you told me last night.
I know, but then
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not the
yeah.
kitty cat.
Last night you said, good night, son. And I'm going, because I was asleep at 11 o'clock last night, and
uh,
that that didn't work
I
too well tonight, did it?
do see everybody at Cryptid Crunch tomorrow night. So have fun, guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the reminder. Um,
Night.
Good
Good night,
night. Um, yes, every chance I get to support Willow and
Keisha.
Keisha. Thank you. Yep, I was groping for the name. Um, Only her name. That was all I was groping for. I'm sorry.
No one's giving you flack. We understand.
No. Any chance I get to support Willow and Keisha, I will do so. Any chance I get to support Thesis, I will do so. Any chance I get to support Nick, I will do so. Even if it means getting out of bed at the ungodly hour of, oh, fuck, the sun is up. I will try. I'm a lazy bastard. Um, I'm sorry. German Shepherd cuddles are very comfortable to sleep alongside to, even when Lindsay has gone about her day and left me bereft of adult supervision, which she would giggle at her being the adult, being the one giving the supervision in this circumstance. Uh, Guys, all right, we got to see Thesis's show earlier tonight, which means we can't watch it again for 2 weeks.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Nick is on, never mind the furthermore, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But Friday nights, he does the Historical Fencing Guild, where he tries to teach people how to use sharp, pointy things without killing each other while pretending to kill each other. And believe it or not, theater is not involved. It's actual, it's more gymnastics and PE than it is theater. But there is an element of theater involved if you play your cards correctly. And I don't mean Pokemon cards, but you if you got people watching at an event and you don't theater it up a bit, they're not going to give you as good of a review as you actually have earned, no matter how accurate your exercises and your performance was, they're going to judge you on, oh, Darth Vader didn't do that. And I'm going,
And that's why Darth Vader is in a gimp suit.
yes.
That was my outside voice. I'm sorry.
Didn't learn his lessons properly, and now he is a piece of charcoal.
This is why French people invented the guillotine, is just for audience members like you. And thank you for playing at home. You're not going to win any of the Bryce-Aroni treats or anything else. And do not pass go. Do not pay $200 to the Resurrectionists because they're a fraud. Bye. Yes, I have been watching a lot of horror movies lately. Our mutual friend, our Sterling Esquire, is one of the best authorities on obscure science fiction movies. He is on a par with Skunk, our beloved Skunk, when it comes to horror movies. I mean, they have parallel but not overlapping interests. And I would love to see them get together and do a complete panel at a convention. Joe Dog, shut the fuck up and go to bed. I'm awake. Go to bed. I cannot get away from babysitters. I mean, seriously. All right. Let's. Yeah. Y'all give your links and I'll run the bedtime story. Okay. Teachers, your show every other week is on your channel.
Yep. YouTube.com/@BladedThesis. Just like it says right there, right down there.
And Nick, you've got Never Mind the Furthermore Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Historical Fencing Guild Friday evenings.
Yep. You can find Never Mind the Furthermore on my personal /art creative channel, youtube.com/@NicholasTockert, NicholasTockert. And you can find my sword fighting and educational in that field of things on the sister network, sister channel that I do, the Historical Fencing Guild, where I've been helping people from all walks of life and all backgrounds come together to set up a Rosetta Stone where they can talk about fencing techniques and martial arts techniques in the same language with respect and support. So that's kind of where I live. I think all of us are on a lovely site called the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best of the brightest musicians, authors, artists, and other creatives.
And some of your artwork is also on DeviantArt, as I understand.
Yes, 20 plus years of my art can be downloaded for free on deviantart.com/NickT or nickt.deviantart.com, because I'm so old that I have the original format of site still links to mine.
Hey, but I've still got a Flickr account. I mean, seriously, I am that old. Hell, I could probably go back to my MySpace.
If I could remember the login, my MySpace, and I think somewhere there's a live.
My computer remembers the login. I'm just afraid of the viruses. It's like going to a joy house in Hong Kong and going, oh yeah, nothing can attack me here. Right. No. Put on a polyethylene suit and then maybe walk through the lobby. Oh wait, there's all kinds of film noir that happens in that kind of setting. And if you are protected against all intrusion, you wouldn't get shot at and know who the villain was. Okay, I'll have to reconsider that, but don't mean I'm going to Hong Kong. All right. Joe Dog, we're winding it up now. Gentlemen, thank you. Everyone, thank you. And I am very sorry we went 20 minutes over. I mean, seriously. Nick's done like a 6-hour show trying to draw shit because people won't shut up in the comment section. And Basis is going, I'm not even going to read the comments because I know I'm going to be here all night if I do. Here's my poetry. Here's my swords. Hey, go. And I'm going, you know what? I don't have to play by rules. In this universe, I am. That's all. I am the rules.
Old.
Transmission overload. System will shut down. System will shut down. System will shut down. System will shut down.